Hello, this is Suna Senman again with A Course of Love reading. This is reading number 22. And the Course of Love comes from the same author as A Course of Miracles. It is brought to you through Marie Perron, whereas A Course of Miracles was brought to us through Helen Schumann. So reading 22 will begin with the last paragraph of reading 21. There are no losers and no winners under God's law. No one is given more than another. God cannot love you more than your neighbor, nor can you earn more of God's love than you have, or a better place in heaven. The mind, under the ego's direction, has thrived on winners and losers, on striving for and earning a better place. The heart knows not these distinctions, and those who think their hearts have learned them by being battered and abused by their experience here rejoice in knowing that it is not so. This seeming illusion is believed in because your mind has made it so. Your thoughts have reviewed and reviewed again all the pain that love has brought. It dwells on those occasions when love has failed because it does not recognize that love cannot fail. Your expectations and false perceptions of your brothers and sisters are what have caused you to believe that love has failed or love can fail, be lost, withdrawn, or turn to hate. Your false perception of your father is what has caused all other perceptions to be false, including the one you hold of your own self. When you think of acting out of love, your thoughts of love are based on sentiment and must be challenged. Love is not being nice when you are feeling surly. Love is not doing good deeds of charity or service. Love is not throwing logic to the wind and acting in foolish ways that pass as gaiety but cannot masquerade as joy. You each have an image in your mind of someone you believe knows what love is. You each have an image in your mind of someone you believe knows what love is. This is perhaps an elderly person who is always kind and gentle, with no cross word for anyone, and no concern for his or her own self. This is perhaps a mother whose love is blind and self-sacrificing. Still others of you might imagine a couple long married, in which each person is devoted to the other's happiness, or father whose love is unconditional, or priest or minister who guides unfailingly. For each or any one of these that you admire, you give attributes that you do not have and that you might one day acquire when the time is right. For that kind and gentle stance you do not believe will serve you now. That blindness and self-sacrifice is something to be gained at too high a price. That devotion you might think is fine for one whose partner is more loving than your own. That unconditional love is great, but must it not be tempered by good judgment? And surely that ability to guide others must be earned through the acquisition of wisdom, not within your reach. Thus, your image of love is based upon comparison. You have chosen one who demonstrates that which is in you is most lacking, and you use that image to chastise yourself, while saying this is what you want. Your ideas of being in love are quite another category altogether. In this context, love is not only full of sentiment, but of romance. This stage of love is seldom seen as lasting or as something that can be maintained. It is the pure view of the young and the daydream of the aging. It is synonymous with passion and an overflow of feelings that defy all common sense. To be in love is to be vulnerable. For once common sense has failed to keep you acting as expected, you might forget to guard your heart or to keep your real self in hiding. How dangerous indeed is such an act in a world where trust can turn to treachery. Each one of you has held an ideal of what the perfect mate would mean, an ideal that changed over time. Those most bound by the ego might think of stature and of wealth, of physical beauty and the trappings of good upbringing. Those most insecure will believe in a partner who would shower him or her with praises and gifts, with attention never wavering. Another who prizes independence seeks a partner in good health, not too demanding, a companion and a lover who will be convenient within a busy life. You believe you can fall in love with the wrong person and make a better choice based upon criteria more important than love. You thus believe love is a choice, something to be given to some and not to others. You hope to be a winner in this game you play, a chosen one who will have each ounce of love that is given returned in kind. This is a balancing act you play with God's most holy gift, resenting giving love that gains you little in return. And yet in this resentment, you recognize the truth of what love is. This was lesson 22. Please take some deep breaths now, filling in all your ideas, your thoughts, your concerns, and exhaling and releasing them out, letting them be washed away. Continue to breathe a few more times, breathing in all your concerns and exhaling them out as they are washed away, and you are washed into an empty, pure, clean bowl, ready to receive in a few moments of silence, spread out to 10 minutes or more, where you can simply be.